Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to my channel. This is Victoria, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your singles reading for October 2023. If you are single and looking for new love, this is the reading for you guys. If you are already in a romantic partnership of some kind, please check out the love readings that are already posted for you. We are entering eclipse season as we kick off your reading with the moon card there. So we're heading into eclipse season, and we do have very significant energy. The energy is activated in here in the month of October, and it can take about 6 months to play out. So we're going to see what's being really activated for you. First one is a new moon, and this is a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. So this is really important one for setting intentions, especially for relationships and love. Both of the eclipses in October are ruled by Venus. We've got Libra and we've got Taurus energy, so we've got one for you. And so Venus is very much a key player in here. Venus gives us love and new beginnings and fertility and growth and abundance and wonderful things in our lives. Also brings us the resources that we need to get what we want. So it's a great time there in that Libran energy, which is a focus on relationships, to set those intentions for something new. Use that, harness the power of that solar energy. We do have a full moon in your sign on the 28th or 29th of October, depending on where you happen to live. And this is very significant for you. And again, we do start out with the moon card. And this is a partial lunar eclipse. So there could be something that gets shaken out of the woodwork for this. Eclipses do bring about a little bit of disruption. They do bring some scattered, chaotic energy. Sometimes we get things coming back up from the past that we need to revisit. Most often something internal, not necessarily a person, although that could possibly happen as well. But with it being coupled with a full moon, this is a chance to get a final release, a final purge, a final healing, a final letting go, and a final cutting of attachments. So we can really use this energy to cleanse and purge. But for some of you, this full moon eclipse brings something to fruition for you. Now, it may not necessarily happen right at the eclipse moment. It may carry out for another couple of weeks. It may come in a little bit before that. And we don't necessarily want something to come into a fruition for us right on full moon day, right on that eclipse day. Full moons are wonderful, but the eclipse day, because what can happen is we can get something and then there's just something that not quite right with it, right? So something that, an initial connection that can fizzle out quite quickly, something that initially looks really good on the outside, but then has some underlying energy that we don't want. So we do need to be aware of that, and we do need to very much pay attention to any kind of red flags. Okay, but we do start out with the moon card here. So the moon cycles in October, very, very important for you. The moon speaks to your emotions, so it's going to be a very emotionally charged time for you. So just be aware of that. Be grounded. Get your energy grounded. Great time to really tap into your intuition here, Taurus. Okay, tap into your intuition, connect with your higher chakras, set your intentions with the new moon, but very much cleanse and purge with that full moon if you get the chance. The moon card does represent the cycles in your life. Okay, so you're entering a new phase, a new cycle, and especially with that full moon, right? You're out with the old and you're ready for the new, right? So it's a great energy there with that. The moon also does speak to illusion. So just be aware that there may be something that is not quite what it seems. Now, it may just be something that needs further questions or further examination. It might not necessarily be bad or anything like that, but we do need to be aware of. Okay, so clarity is going to be important. So make sure that you're very clear, number one, on what it is you want. Be clear on what you don't want, but we don't want to put too much energy towards that. We don't want to create issues, but just, it's important to know, right, both what you do and what you don't want, right? We just want to focus on what we want and what we want to attract a little bit more. So the moon cycle is very important, but there may be something that does come up from your subconscious, right? Within your emotions that does rise to the surface, especially around the lunar eclipse. And this is where you do get to address something, any blocks, obstacles, fears. Okay, and we do have a devil card coming out here. So we do have fears at play for you at some point, at some level. So you might really need to be brave. Be brave and face your fears when it comes to opening ourselves up for love. Again, if we've been burned, if we've been hurt, if we've had toxic people in our life, hello devil, thank you. If we've had any of this stuff going on, it can be really hard to open back up again. But we are being very encouraged to do just that. The moon, is face your fears, feel the fear, do it anyway, right? Because often it's not something to be afraid of, it's our inner fear, right? Trust, opening, fear of being hurt, right? That kind of thing, right? And that can be a significant thing to work through. So use the moon cycles. We do have the strength card coming in for you guys here as well. And the strength card is really beautiful energy. This says there's new beginnings on the horizon and you've got to be strong. You may have been broken before. You may have been hurt before. We've got this person here holding up this broken pillar and looking at it going, I can heal you. I can fix you. Yes, I've got scars, but I'm strong and I'm still going to move through. I'm still going to battle through. And so this really does speak we learn the most and we gain more strength from the challenges, the pain, the hurts that we've overcome and what we've experienced than the good times. If everything was all warm and fuzzy all the time, we would never grow and we would never evolve to who we're truly meant to be. And so in this energy here, this really does speak to how incredibly strong you are to start something new, to find that new love, and ultimately to be brave and open yourself up to love and inviting love into your life. The strength card in this particular deck is number 11. You might be used to seeing it in a lot of decks as number 8. There's a story behind that. We won't go into that. Okay, so both are correct to a certain degree. But this is number 11. And 11 does relate back to the Justice card sometimes, right? Because they are intertwined, these two cards, right? And so this can be where you're really making a decision to try something new, right? To find that new love into your life. And with it being 11, new beginnings, action, energy. Okay, beautiful. Remember, you are strong. The Strength card brings in courage and perseverance, but it also brings in an energy of patience, compassion, kindness. So be kind to yourself, be good to yourself, give yourself time, give yourself space. Who's pressuring you? Who's pressuring you to find love in your life? Is it you? Is it because it's what you want, or is it other people that are pressuring you? Right? Sometimes it's not all that wonderful to go into some sort of family gathering or some sort of event and be like, so are you seeing anyone right now? Oh, that's a shame. How come? Right? And you just, it's like, whatever, people. Okay. And probably, for the most part, you're probably happier than some people when you go home and you don't have anyone that move your stuff around, or, you can just flop on the couch in your underwear or something and you don't have to, put on any kind of fancy airs or anything like that. There's a little bit of freedom when it comes to that sometimes. All right. So remember, don't beat yourself up, okay? Try not to put so much pressure and expectation on yourself, because you know what? We need to be open and we need to be in the flow. Now, we do have Mr. Devil card coming in here, so we'll address this little pesky character. Now, first of all, the Devil card does speak to your shadow side, first and foremost, okay? It is Capricorn energy, and this may be something because we've got Pluto has been in Capricorn, right? Pluto entered Aquarius earlier in the year, and then Pluto retrograded back into Capricorn, okay? And Pluto is about to make some significant change yet again. But as it goes through Capricorn, which is devil energy, Capricorn, okay, this is where we may get something that comes up from the surface, just like we see with the moon card there. Okay. And it's quite often something that we've repressed, something that we've hidden, and something that we need to deal with. Now is the time, get it out in the open, deal with something, cleanse, purge. Okay. So in the devil card, right, there's something that has you tied. There's something that has you wrapped up in chains. Something's got a hold over you. And more often than not, it is our fears. And our fears can be related to a number of things. It can be related to trust issues, it can be related to habits, patterns, behaviors, the fear of being in a codependent relationship, the fear of being, meeting someone that maybe is a little bit two-faced, right? They're one way on the outside or to the public, and then they're another way behind closed doors. And sometimes we don't know that until we're completely embroiled in that kind of relationship. Sometimes, with this energy, it can be, the fear of really being open up fully, right, to love, and especially if there's been some trauma from past relationships, right? Because there can be karmic patterns. And I feel like here with the moon, with that Devil card, that there's an opportunity here to shut all that down, to cut it off, to release those chains, to release obsessions, to release the pressure that you may put on yourself to find love in your life, to cleanse and purge previous relationships that have maybe caused you all that pain, but ultimately have taught you some major, major lessons. And yes, sometimes we feel as though we've done healing, and then all of a sudden something comes up. There's some sort of trigger, okay, that comes up. And if there is something that triggers you, a person, something in your environment, right, some sort of event that happens, and if there's something that gets triggered in you, it is a huge indication that there's something there that has actually not been healed. It's more been a little bit repressed. Okay, in that we all have it. All right, so we all have it. So you may have something like that that does come up. But the Devil card also always requires boundaries and perspective, right? So, because when we play into something, or we, put a lot of pressure, or we start obsessing over love, what happens? We create those chains even more, right? And we don't want to do that. We want to be free. We want to be clear. We want to make sure that our choices that we're making are what we truly want. So boundaries and perspectives are always needed with the Devil card. Now, could there potentially be something reoccurring for some of you, because the Devil card can represent karmic patterns and cycles, whether it's just your habits within love, or whether it's just the kind of relationships that maybe you attract. Maybe you attract people that need healing. Maybe you attract people that, are always wanting to take something from you rather than to give, or to enhance your life in some way. So you might be really faced with a great opportunity, granted challenging to work through, okay, but a great opportunity to shut down some karmic pattern cycles, and bad habits and things like that, right? And to really turn the page into something more positive. But the Devil card can really be your, some obsessive energy, or something that is creating a little bit of a block. Now, as for people, yes, the Devil card can represent people. So just be aware that there may be someone that is coming into your life, someone that's already in your life, or someone that you may meet that may not necessarily have your best interest at heart. Make sure you do pay attention to those red flags. Okay, the Moon card, remember, illusion. Something is not quite as it seems. And the Devil card would be that person who, you have an instant attraction with, or a great chemistry with, maybe a great physical connection with, all style and no substance. All right, with that. So it's like everything is, irresistible, tempting on the surface, right? But there's nothing else. Okay, so if you're looking for that kind of relationship where you just want the physical attraction and all that kind of stuff, and then, hey, that's here for you. Okay, but a lot of people don't want that, right? Especially if you're looking for love. We don't want just that, right? We want something a little bit more. So just be aware of that you might have that kind of person. You could possibly have a past person coming in here as well, or someone who, again, doesn't have your best interest at heart. So really trust your intuition. Your Moon card, right? Your intuition is very much heightened at this time, and it's for a reason, right? We need to trust our intuition, especially when we've got that Devil energy coming out there. And again, I think for the most part, for the most of you, I think you are very much cleansing and purging, and this is where your strength energy really does come in. So we've got the Two of Swords right in the heart of your reading. So this is all about making a decision, but it's also indecision. I don't know what I want. I don't know who I want. I don't know if I want love. I do want love, but then I don't know if I really, trust myself to make my own decisions, right? It can be that kind of thing. Hello, right? We've got that Devil card coming in there. So you might have some important decisions to make in regards to love, and you just might not be quite there yet. But the Two of Swords says in this energy that number one, not everything is black and white. Not everything is yes and no. It's okay not to be sure at this time, right? And, you know, when we've got some chaotic energy that comes in with eclipse season, okay, this is shaking things up a little bit, but it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. So for some of you here in this energy, there's some things that you need to work through before you're fully cleansed, purged, healed, and ready for the love that you deserve, right? For others of you, it's just a little bit of that waffling energy. What is holding you back? What do you really want out of love? State your intentions, right? Know clearly what you want. You just might get it, okay? But there is sometimes things that we do need to compromise on as well. Sometimes when we're, you know, looking for new connections and we're looking for that love, we have everything in black and white. And not people aren't black and white. There's a lot of shades of gray in there. So we do need to be willing to compromise on certain things, right? Overlook some of the little things, right? The little nitpicky things, right? Because what is the core of the person? What is their heart? What is their soul? Sometimes their habits and things like that. Sometimes we decide or things that we can live by. I always use the example of someone leaving a damp towel on the floor after a shower, right? Because that really gets under some people's skin. Or, you know, putting dirty dishes in the sink when the dishwasher is full, but the dishes are clean. It's like empty the dishwasher and put the dishes in the sink, or put the dishes in the dishwasher and not pile them up in the sink. But, you know, those things tend to be quite superficial, right? You know, and so we need to decide sometimes, is this just like a little daily habit, right? Or is this something that is really in their energy, in their soul that you can't change, right? We can kind of learn to live with people and, you know, stuff like that, but we can't usually change what's in someone's soul, right? And so we need to figure out what is that superficial energy, and you know, and if we can live with those things or not, right? So there's a lot of different things there. So compromise might be your key, okay, to success there. But there is a decision to make here with the Two of Swords, so we do need to get clear. Crossing you, we've got the Six of Pentacles coming in there. Okay, I'm going to pull all your cards and then we'll go through. We've got the Empress in reverse, and that's in your crowning position. So that's really actually quite significant, right? You're beating yourself up. We've got the Moon card coming out a second time for you, and this is in your subconscious, your underlying feelings, how you're really feeling, okay, in this energy. So the Moon and the Moon. Okay, maybe you're reflecting on things a little bit. Beautiful energy. We've got the Star coming in there in the upright. That is absolutely wonderful. We've got the Eight of Pentacles there as well. So in all of this energy, this really all does speak to your yourself, okay, your inner self here. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Cups, okay. You want something. Your wishes are within reach, okay. There's something here that you want, that you desire, and it is influencing your decisions, okay, or deep down you know what you want, okay. And it's just a matter of putting your feelings, your desires into words, okay? Or believing that you can have your cake and eat it too in that energy. Some of you, you're very much manifesting your dreams. You may need to be a little bit more patient, which is not a bad thing in October, okay? And again, because we've got this disruptive energy, and even though eclipses can really shake things out of the woodwork and open doors for us and things like that, it can also create a little bit of turmoil. So sometimes it's okay if we have a little bit of a delay, right? And maybe something happened in, you know, in November or December. And again, remember with this eclipse energy, that energy is being activated here now can take about 6 months to play out, hence the Strength card for some patience. But some of you, it'll happen a lot faster than that. Just depends where you are, where you're at. Okay. So, but the Nine of Cups, this is your wishes, your dreams coming true. But it's at the bottom of the deck. So yes, you know what you want and you just need to articulate that. But it also shows that there's something coming in on the sidelines. Okay. Something that's just not quite here quite yet. But it's on the horizon for you. And especially when we've got the Star card coming in there too, because miracles and blessings, the big yes card, wonderful energy. But yes, sometimes miracles and blessings happen right here, right now. And sometimes we've got to wait a little bit because the stars are aligning for you. The universe is aligning people and places and situations for you on your path that are meant for you and that are what you want, what you desire. But we do need to work through some things, okay? We do have the Six of Pentacles here crossing you. Six of Pentacles is normally an energy of balance, restoring the balance. It's equality in this energy, but it's also something coming back to you. So when it's in a crossing position, this can just represent some delays. This can also represent something that you need to work through. So with it being Pentacles energy, we also have the Eight of Pentacles, and we've got the Devil card coming up here. Now, all of these can have to do with money, right? Your money, okay, or your resources, right? And so with this energy, perhaps there is something here that has a hold over you that's not necessarily putting love and finding love on the front seat. Okay, it's on the back burner a little bit because there's some sort of motivation here that you may have. And with the Six of Pentacles, you might be waiting for something to come to fruition for you in your physical world. This can be where maybe you've been working really hard. Eight of Pentacles, the Devil card, right? To the exclusion of all else, right? You're making some money, you're getting your career on track, you're paying your bills, you're putting a roof over your head, you're getting yourself solid and stable and secure. And we do quite often need that sense of stability and security before we really think that we're ready for love, right? And healthy relationships, healthy love, right? So in this energy, there is something here that's not quite in balance for you, mostly probably because you are focusing on your physical world, right, rather than love, right? So with the Two of Swords right here in the middle as well, it shows that there is a need to find some balance in your world, and this can be why the Devil card there is there as well. There's something not in balance, and when we have that energy, right, we've got to get things in alignment a little bit. So you might need to really focus a little bit, number one, on finishing whatever it is that you're working on right now, because the Eight of Pentacles right here shows that you are working very hard. You've got some sort of goal in mind, okay? But you're right there. You're right. You have a sense of accomplishment with the Eight of Pentacles, okay? And you're ready to take things up a notch. So it can be really great energy, but the Six of Pentacles, yes, this is where the energy typically flows back to us. What the energy that you put out flows back to you. So some of you may also have a little bit of a fear that, or a little bit of annoyance, okay, that I keep doing this, I keep putting myself out there and I'm not getting back anything that is what I deserve. All right. So in this energy, don't beat yourself up over that, okay, because there's a reason, right? There's a reason why you haven't found something yet and what you're looking for yet. And again, for some of you, there's something that you need to work through. For others of you, it's a timing thing. Remember, when we're looking for love, it's not just you that has to be ready for love and to be open and accepting and in the flow. It's also someone else. So you don't know where they're at, right? And the universe arranges people and situations in the right timing. Because if we get something and we meet somebody and it's not the right time, then it's not going to work, right? And so you don't want that. That's not what you're attracting, right? That's probably what you've already had. And so we don't want that, right? And the universe doesn't want that for you either. The universe ultimately does want you to be happy and to also fulfill some life lessons, though. So we do need to remember that as well. Sometimes the things, no, we're not being punished for anything. Okay. We just need to remember that we have a purpose for being here. And sometimes it is to clear out some karma, right? We need to complete a contract. All right. And I do feel that some of you are right here. You're very much shutting something down. But we do have the Moon card here in your subconscious. This is how you're feeling about things. And maybe you're feeling as though you can't quite trust things, because the Moon does bring about that illusion, right? Is like someone seems a certain way, and then you get to know them a little bit and they're completely different than what you thought, right? Sometimes people aren't completely clear. Sometimes people don't present themselves they present themselves in a way that draws you in, but may not keep you there. So in this energy, maybe you're feeling like, I can't trust anyone. There's a lot of things to be afraid of out there, right? And so that can be kind of challenging to work through, right? Because, we're working through emotions with that. And, if we don't feel emotionally ready to be open and receptive to love, we're probably not going to get what we're looking for, or we're going to get things that we don't want, right? So there is some emotions here that you are working through in this. You're trying to open yourself up. The moon, again, does speak to your underlying fear. Okay, but you're encouraged to maybe feel that fear a little bit, work through those fears and doubts and worries and concerns, and get things out in the open so that you can heal and that you can move forward in this energy. But the moon brings surprises here as well. So, and also, of course, does speak to your intuition and your spiritual self. So maybe some of you are feeling the need to focus on you, focus on your emotions, focus on healing, and also focus on your spiritual self, your spiritual growth. And as we embrace our spiritual side and as we evolve, right, we're not the same person that we used to be. And this is quite often where we do get that opportunity, okay, even if it's difficult, to clear out some things that, that we're now understand why some things haven't worked out or why some things happened the way they did. So you're evolving spiritually in a beautiful way, in a beautiful light. But yes, this does sometimes tend to bring up some challenges with it as well, right? It's not all sunshine and roses on a spiritual journey, as we all know, okay? But there's something here. I feel that you're sensing something in the wind. Maybe you're sensing some change. Maybe you're sensing some love in the air, okay? Or you're maybe have, started to doubt that process. All right. But we do have the star energy here for you. And this is some beautiful Aquarian energy. And the star card really does speak to the powers of manifestation, right? Your ability to harness all of the infinite abundance, all of the love that is in the universe and bring it into your reality. And as I said earlier, the star card is one of success and abundance. It's one of balance and healing, and a little bit of magic. And it is a miracle card, right? Miracles and blessings abound whenever we get the star card out here. But it's always a nice fancy, we'll call it, however, a fancy but. Sometimes the magic happens right here, right now. But sometimes we need to be a little bit more patient, because there's things that are happening that you can't see, things that are behind the scenes that you can't see. All right. And the universe is aligning people's situations and opportunities for you, right? And so the universe is doing its part and you have to do yours too. So we need to be clear on what it is we want. We need to set those intentions and, ultimately make some decisions, right? You got to put yourself back in the flow, because the Six of Pentacles, a little bit of challenge there. We do need to kind of open up, right? Remember the energy that you put out. We don't want to put out fear and obsession and all of that bright and shiny stuff, right? We want to put out love and kindness and openness and oneness out into the universe. And that's going to be what is flowing back to us. So maybe you feel as though nothing good is coming back to you, but there is good things coming back to you, right? It's just sometimes things take a little while longer. All right. But the star energy is a beautiful one. Now let's talk about what you're thinking about. We do have the Empress card in the reverse in your crowning position. And with this, this is Venus. This is love. Are you taking care of yourself? Some of you are very much on a quest in your career path or with your money. And the Empress in reverse shows that you may know that you're not taking care of your own needs. Okay, so make sure that you do take care of yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, right? All of that, because it is important. Very, very important. And we do forget that sometimes. Okay, happiness lies within, right? Self-love, self-care is always super important, right? We don't want to get sick. We don't want to, go, be in a negative kind of energy or anything. We don't want to be closed off. We want to be open, at all times, aware, but open. Okay. So in this energy, this is a huge message for you that you do need to take care of yourself, because the Devil card can quite often show up when we are ignoring certain things in our lives. We're focused on the one thing, a laser focus on one thing, and other areas of our life suffer. And then we overcompensate in ways that aren't healthy for us, right? So it's a big reminder there for you. But with this energy here, some of you may feel as though you've given up on love, or you're just like, you know what, forget it. Whatever happens, happens in this energy. So, so there might be something preying on your mind here as well. Okay, with this. Normally the Empress card is a beautiful one of new beginnings, of growth, abundance, harvest, all this wonderful stuff here. So there's something here that is, that is being shaken up for you that I think will get you back on track. We do have 2 moon cards and we have 2 eclipses in the month ahead, right? Both of them ruled by Venus. So I think there is something that is being dislodged for you in a very positive way in the month ahead. We do have the World card here, okay? And this is you, your current energy, and also advice from Spirit. And with the World card, right, we're shutting down a cycle. We're bringing something to an end. It's been an interesting journey, right? But we are successfully finding closure. Okay, we're wrapping something up, and then this is really preparing us to take the next stage to keep on moving forward. All right, so yes, there is some closure, something that is coming in here very specifically with this full moon in your sign. So take advantage of this energy because this can be a very significant turning point for you. Yeah, 8 of Swords. This is, this is your external environment, the energy surrounding you. We don't want the 8 of Swords. You're trapped, you're stuck, you're restricted in some way. And this is feeling like you can't move forward. This is feeling like maybe you don't know what you want, right? And you're spinning around in circles. And it's like, I just want to be free. And so in this energy here, right, quite often the 8 of Swords, it's that self-imposed restriction, always thinking the worst or not trusting things, right? And we're just feeling all tied and bound, but we're truly not. We can release ourselves at any time. Okay, and same with the Devil card, right? We can release those restrictions. We can release the things that are keeping us trapped and stuck at any time, but we do have to do the work, or we do need to keep things in perspective, or we do need to put up boundaries. Okay, and in this 8 of Swords, this is quite often what is keeping us stuck is fear. And we don't want to give in to the fear. No, we don't. We want to be aware, and we want to recognize that we always have the ability to say no. We have free will. You don't need to accept every invitation that comes your way, and you don't need to accept every person that comes your way either. Okay, so in this 8 of Swords, we've got to break free. We've got to break out. Let's see what else we've got here with this energy. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Now, this is very interesting. So the 2 of Pentacles, so you've got a lot of energy here that really does speak to balance. And the Libran energy, the Libran solar eclipse, okay, the new moon on the 14th, 15th is bringing things back into balance, bringing things back into alignment. So there are external influences, external factors at play that are helping you to restore some balance, or they're really highlighting for you and bringing to the forefront areas in your life where you do need a little healthier balance, so that you can be more flexible, you can be more open. 2 of Pentacles also shows decisions, right? Making decisions. We see that with the 2 of Swords already. Maybe you're weighing up your options, what's important, what's not. I'm not sure. Maybe some of you here, just trying to make those decisions. Do I face my fear and go out and find love? Am I open and receptive to it? Or is this maybe not the right time for me? So you're making some decisions. But the 2 of Pentacles really does speak to being flexible, open, adaptable, being in the flow, but also harnessing the abundance of the universe. Your infinite potential, okay, is very highlighted and activated there at this time. We have the Chariot card here, and we also have the 6 of Swords. All right, now the Chariot card right here also can speak to balance and things being into alignment, because we can't move forward with the Chariot card with our wants, our goals, our needs, our desires, our ambitions, unless we have all of our ducks in a row. Your spirit, right? Your spirit, your intention, your divine feminine, if you will, needs to be in alignment with the masculine, right? With your yin and your yang, right? We need to get these things together. And so this again does speak to things coming together for you, things coming into alignment for you. Okay. And sometimes we need to work a little bit at it. Now, the Chariot card does show an energy of success. It also shows one of moving forward. Okay. Deciding what I want, and then I'm moving forward to go get it. Some of you here in this energy, this does speak to your career goals. So I think you have some success on the horizon with your career path, with your money. And this can really set you up for finding love. It's like, now I feel that I've got all my ducks in a row in my physical world. Now I'm ready for the emotional world in this energy. It's also Cancerian energy here as well. So there could possibly be a Cancerian person coming into your life, okay, or someone that does have some sort of influence with you here, maybe a friend that you get some advice from, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, or again, it can be a Cancer person coming in. But the Chariot card does speak to your confidence, okay, or bringing in someone in that's very confident, but also does speak to your destiny, right? And the stars are aligning for you. The stars are aligning for you. And the funny thing with eclipses is that they do shake things up to realign ourselves, to realign us with our destiny. It brings in a lot of faded energy. So there could be something here, there's someone coming in that is you are destined to meet. Okay, and we do have the Six of Swords here as well, and this is resolving issues, this is finding compromise, making a decision. It's also a card of passage, a rite of passage. So there may be something here that you are learning in the next month that is something that you're meant to learn, something that, okay, now I understand why this happened, and now I understand why this has been going on. And when we get that level of understanding, this allows us to deal with something and move on. So you might have something there going on for you. But ultimately, the Six of Swords is a card of peace. So peaceful resolution, feeling good, we're compromising on things, we got peace of mind, and now we're moving forward. So there is this big element of moving forward, which is great considering we've got the Eight of Swords, which is not moving anywhere. Okay, so there is something shifting for you here, your hopes and your fears. We've got the Page of Wands. You really want something new and exciting, and you want a sense of adventure, and you want new people in your life, and you want something to manifest in here. So you are so hopeful here in this energy, and the star energy does bring hope and inspiration as well. It's like when you know, it's like, I know that there's something going on. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. So in this energy, you are super hopeful in the Page of Wands that things will manifest in your life in a wonderful way. But I think part of the fear here, though, with the Page of Wands, pages can certainly represent something to get excited about, right? New people coming into your life, having fun, having a sense of adventure, all of these things. But part of the fear here, because the pages are immature, right? Because it's youth. So they're immature. And when we have the Devil card here, right, and a little bit of codependent energy, perhaps for some of you, maybe not all of you, part of the fear, right, behind love is, I don't want someone I need to babysit. I want someone that's an adult. I want an equal level of commitment, Six of Pentacles. I want someone who is in for a penny, in for a pound, the same way that I am, right? We're both contributing to the relationship. We both put in responsibilities. We both commit. We both have love. We both do all of these things. And we meet each other halfway. And in the page energy, this is quite often someone who is childish, someone who is juvenile, or someone who is naive, or someone who is just likes to have fun and they don't want to do the work, because the Eight of Pentacles that's over here shows an energy of commitment, right? Commit to a relationship. And so this can be part of a fear, especially if you've had with the Devil card there, like a codependent relationship before, right? And this can really be what you're afraid of having that again. Like, I don't want to be someone's parental figure, right? I don't want to do this. I don't mind taking care of people. I don't mind doing nice things for people and building a life together, but I don't want to be, mommy or daddy in this relationship, right? So that can be a little bit of a fear, but I think you'll work through that from what I see. And we've got the Six of Swords coming out a second time, and this is your overall outcome. Okay, at least by the end of October, right? This is where you're headed. So you're moving forward in a healthy direction here with this. There's a full moon that's really actually highlighted in this particular card. And so I think the full moon that is coming in your sign is really going to set you free. And it's a wonderful, wonderful energy. So, and again, it's coming out twice for you. So those moon cycles are very important for you. So you're moving forward. You're feeling good. You're feeling as though you've accomplished something. Okay. And this is a card of peace, of calm. So things may have been a little bit tumultuous, or things might be tumultuous a little bit in the month of October. And then things really do settle down in this energy, right? So it brings a little bit of calm and peace to your world. And that's not a bad thing. All right. So thank you very much. Let's see what else we have here for you guys. Whoops. Thank you very much. Is that 2? Yes, it is. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. But yeah, some of you could have a Cancerian person come in. We do have a lot of Pentacles coming out, so it is possible that there's an Earth sign person coming in for you as well. All right. Or you need to maybe ground your energy, right? But get both feet on the ground. And I do feel this sense of stability and security is very important for you at this time, especially with all of these Pentacles coming out. We have the energy of grace coming in here for you. This is sacred geometry, so it's activated for you. The frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve towards a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bringing the divine with human essence. So this is a beautiful energy, bringing calm and peace, being in the flow. The 6 of Swords, you're in the flow again, right? And so it's a wonderful energy there. So that's being activated for you. We also have authenticity. Very important, right? The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives with others as well as ourselves. So not only are you being honest and truthful and authentic with yourself and with people around you, you're also attracting those kind of people towards you as well. No liars, no toxic people, no people who are only out for numero uno. Why? Because your awareness is heightened, your intuition is heightened. You're not the same person that you used to be, right? And you're working through some things here in this, and you're freeing yourself, all right, from anything that is just really not working for you, and you're setting yourself free. We've got the first chakra. Here you go. Okay, in this energy, the first chakra is your root chakra. This is where we're grounded. We feel that sense of stability and security in our lives. And again, that's very important. That's showing up in your reading. The energy of the root chakra supports our sense of safety in a physical world and reminds us to enjoy our physical bodies. Okay, so engage with your first chakra, with your root chakra. Very important for you guys. Okay, so a lot of things going on for you, Taurus. A lot of moving and shaking, a little disruption. Make sure you ground your energy. Okay, but work through some things and get yourself in that flow and really just trust your intuition. Be ready to, take some steps when you're guided to take them. And I do see that there's some better times ahead for you, and there's some great things opening up for you in your future. I'll leave that there. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please hit like on this video. It really does help it get seen. I truly appreciate it. Free for you, only takes a second. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. I'll see you guys later. Bye.